Hello world, Dano here, stacking paper as always, and today we are reviewing the second Elric novel, The Fortress of the Pearl. Now, full spoilers, and man, I have such mixed feelings, such mixed feelings about Elric. I love the character, I love the concepts, but man, the pacing, plotting, and prose are just they're fucking abysmal, man. Like it's tough. Like I think I give this book still a 6, which weirdly I think is somewhat generous, but like man, I don't think these books are bad. They're just painful. It's like dental surgery almost reading these fucking books. I'll start off with some prose, with some praise. So I think the beginning and ending are actually really awesome. It's mostly just the journey itself where I get like this book took me so long to read. It took me weeks, which makes no sense. Like I was reading other shit just to like give myself a break from reading this fucking book. Anyways, okay, so the early on in the book, essentially the plot is he has to go on this journey to the Fortress of the Pearl and get this pearl, this item, for this guy in this desert kingdom. And the way he gets kind of tricked into it is kind of funny. Like he's pretty much in the desert dying. He's on his last legs. He's like, I didn't think this shit through. He doesn't have any of his drugs to sustain him because he's been used to the sword, drinking souls, and that like heals him. But if he has no one to fucking kill, he's kind of just he's cooked. So he's laying there dying, and some little boy pours some elixir into him, into his hanging open mouth, which like revitalizes him, but he's dependent on it now. And if he doesn't get it, it'll kill him. And that's how he's kind of tricked. And he's like, "Oh, go get this pearl for me. Come back. I'll give you the antidote." He's like, "Okay, you're a piece of shit, but all right." On his way there, he gets attacked by these like flaming beetles, just super random, but really funny. And this is the part where I actually found this to be like hilarious. So he gets saved by this like group of sorcerer adventurers. Really, just an extremely unique name there, Moorcock. That's amazing. So these sorcerer adventurers, they help him, and they know that he's on this journey, but they're kind of just like shadowing him. Like they really, Elric knows that they're like there's got to be a catch. They're not just helping him for no reason. They clearly want to probably snag the pearl like last second. And then another group of sorcerer adventurers, a different sect, they kind of do the same thing. They're like, "Hey, we're here to help you," and the other guys are like, "Well, we were here first to help him," and they kind of are like arguing. And Elric's like, "You know what? I don't really think I need any of your help. Like, this is just this is some bullshit." And this is the part that kills me. So a third group now approaches. The other sorcerer adventurers realize, oh, they're here to kill you. They're assassins. They're also sorcerer adventurers, so they're part of the same brotherhood. But again, a third different sect. And Elric starts pulling out his sword. He's like, "Okay, so you guys are going to help me, right?" And they're like, "No, actually we can't, because we can't fight against our own brotherhood. But what we can do is we can crowd around you," so they all just start like standing around him. So he's like, "We can't fight them, and they can't fight us. So if we're surrounding you, they can't get to you. But we also won't fight them. It's just going to be like this stalemate." And Elric's like, "Fuck all that." Rides out on his horse with Stormbringer, just starts stealing souls. And it's fucking brutal. I guess they had no idea that he had that. He was running that kind of game. And I love how in that moment, as he's drinking the souls, he gets his vitality back, but also he gets this like arrogance, like that old Melnibonéan, like we're better than everybody feeling. So it's kind of cool seeing like that take over his psyche. Like, and this is the stuff that I want to read Elric for, which is why it pisses me off so much that they go on this journey. Turns out this fortress is actually inside this comatose girl that is like their holy figure. And you need someone called a dream thief to go inside. Like, it's so weird how they explain this. He basically, using this wand, you can travel inside a human, and specifically, I guess this girl is like a portal to the dream world, which is just like the in-between stuff of realities. All this is really cool in concept. But fuck. So essentially these two dream thieves come, one before another one, and they kind of know shit about the multiverse. So clearly they even call him like the champion, like the eternal champion of this plane. And Elric's like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, but whatever. If you can help me get this pearl, that's cool. And this first dream thief dies in his attempt. And the second dream thief come, a woman, obviously, because Elric's got to have somebody to fuck in the novel at some point. So they travel inside this girl to go and find the pearl. But of course, she tells him, oh, you can't bring that rune sword with you for fucking reasons. And this is, again, why soft magic drives me nuts, because you can just create a reason to, like, limit someone, or why, like, a certain type of magic won't work here because I said so. It's like that shit. So there goes the sword, and the rest of the novel is him traveling in the dream world without the sword, so he doesn't have the best part of Elric yet again. I think this is my fault. I think I set up my expectations to, like, have more of that interaction, but it still doesn't change the fact that it sucks. And so, like, they travel through this dream world, and it's very, like, you know, Dante Alighieri, like, you know, circles of hell. It's like, this is the land of forgotten love. This is the land of lost aspirations, or whatever. And this gets to the other part that really fucking gets my goat about this novel, is the dream world has all these, like, kind of traps and snares, and the dream thief, her name's weird, it's Une or Un. I just call her Un. She explains to him, like, listen, I'm a dream thief. I've been here before. I know about all the traps and shit. So if you start feeling like you're being dragged this way and that, like, just tell me and I'll explain to you that, you know, don't fall for it. It's almost like they're on, like, a mushroom trip, and she's kind of like the trip sitter. It's like, whenever you feel like stuff's getting a little crazy, I'll be there to tell you, hey, this is all in your head. Just fucking, you know. The problem is, when stuff like that happens, she has to explain the same thing to him, like, 3 or 4 fucking times. And it just gets so monotonous. Like, there's one egregious example where there's, like, this super, you know, lush, vibrant city that reminds Elric of Ymir, and he wants to go there. And Una's telling him, no, it's a trap. Like, I know what happens there. It pulls you in, but it's a trap. And he basically, like, pesters her over and over again until she goes, holy shit, this guy's so fucking dumb, and takes him to the city to see the front gates. And inside the walls of the city, you see, like, frozen in images of people who, like, got trapped there. And it's like he needed to see that for his, you know, with his own eyes before he could fucking believe it. And this sort of just continues on, you know, layer after layer. They get to the land of lost love, and both Un and Elric see each other's, like, lost lover in themselves, and obviously fuck, because, you know, it's an Elric novel. It's got to have at least one of them. And it's just like, these books, they're just such a slog, man. It feels like there's these nuggets, like these beautiful, like, little nuggets in there that make the story worth it. But it feels like you're, like, trudging through a swamp or, like, a bog, and every once in a while you stub your toe on, like, a diamond that's at the bottom. It's just, I feel like the process of getting you to the point is just so painful, but it does end really well. So he gets the pearl, and the whole reason why this guy sent him on the quest in the first place is because he's trying to get a spot on this ruling council in the kingdom where he's from, Khorzasat, weird fucking name. So before he gets there, Elric goes back to that guy, and mind you, I didn't even mention this. So the little kid that initially poisons Elric is working for this guy, but Elric realizes that, like, he's just a kid. He's not really at fault here. But that guy sets the kid up to be like a hostage. He says, if you don't return with the pearl, I'm going to kill this kid. So Elric saves the kid, and by doing so, he forces the guy that he got the pearl for, he makes him fucking swallow it. He's like, you swallow this pearl or I'm just going to steal your soul with this fucking sword. It's actually like hardcore. Like Elric just goes full like Punisher level anti-hero, and it's fire. He makes him choke it down, and then he brings this guy's corpse essentially to the council, and he's like, if you want the pearl, it's in the guy's throat, you can cut it open if you want. And they're all like disgusted, and he's like, interesting, you'll send a guy like me to go and kill countless people to get this pearl, but when it's in front of you, you cower away. You're a bunch of pussies. And there's all the sorcerer adventurers are now like surrounding this area, and their leader comes in there, and the councilwoman basically makes him fight Elric, knowing that he'll lose. And Elric's like, he's kind of sickly, and he's like hunched over, right, because he hasn't killed in a while, so he doesn't have the rune sword power. And that's like, I do like this dynamic of Elric where he seems so unassuming when he's like low on health, and then it makes people cocky, so they'll attack him, but then he kills them, Stormbringer drinks their soul, and all of a sudden he's fucking juiced up again, and he just steamrolls. So that's what happens here. The leader goes for him, misses, Elric kills him, sucks his soul out, gets powerful, and then all the sorcerer adventurers start coming in, and he just slaughters them because he just steamrolls, because every time he kills another person, he just gets more powerful. So it's just a snowball effect. And I do like how, like, from the perspective of those people, this is like a legendary moment. They're like, this is the day the white-faced devil with the red eyes came and fucking slaughtered us all. And it's like, it portrays Elric as this evil demon, but he was just doing the due diligence of giving like righteous retribution to these people who fucked over the people that he just came from, like the girl in the fortress and everything. So it is cool how you get to see that perspective where he is not looked at as a hero, even though on paper he's doing the right thing, but because he's using the tools of chaos, the rune sword, and stealing people's souls, like, it's so fucking chaotically evil that they're like, yeah, this is clearly just a demon. So yeah, I must say that's pretty the ending rocks, like, and that's why, like, I think the character of Elric is awesome, and the dynamic between him and the sword is awesome. It fucking sucks that we get to see so little of it in this book as well, right? Like, the first book was the same thing. So I'm hoping I'm going to take a break from Elric for a while. I'm going to read Corum, and hopefully this I think Corum can be the redeemer. Like, I've heard a lot of good things about Corum. A lot of my friends really big up Corum. And his story is going to be higher stakes, I think, because he's going directly after the Chaos rulers. Like, the Knight of the Swords is Arioch, who is Elric's, like, patron Duke of Hell, or Duke of Chaos. So the guy that Elric gets his powers from, that's going to be the guy that Corum is directly going against. So that should be really, like, Corum is probably, like, hyper powered. Like, I'm pretty interested to see how that plays out. But yeah, score, I still give it a 6 out of 10. Like, the fact is it is a slog, but, like, it bookends itself really well. And I think maybe the short stories I'll probably be a lot more into, because it seems like Moorcock just puts a lot of filler in there, a lot of fluff to just fill out the story and, like, give it, like, the length of a novel, which I think it just takes away from a lot of it. I think maybe the short stories will just get to the point quicker, and it'll just have, like, you know, all killer, no filler, and maybe that'll be better, but we'll have to see. But yeah, until next time, take it easy.